We must not agree. The people will not agree. Period. My goodness, I don't know. You other meeting.
Since 1990.
The due process. If they believe that what they are doing is due process, it's okay. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must take decision from the leadership. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must tell them to go. Of course, I know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told them all these things, but they want to do it. That is the reason why today they fail woefully in England or London. I don't know where they went to. Is it United Kingdom? They say that they went court to sue United Kingdom about the rendition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu holding a United Kingdom passport, and they have been rendition to that contraption. They fail woefully. You know the reason why? Collectively. They lack that ability of collectively. That is why they are falling into pit.
Organ or there, if it is a plan of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra to sideline the Directorate of State, sideline Ozokome, sideline Ejofo, organ or there, you go there for DSS. And Nami Tokam, which I know that is not possible. I know that he can't be part of it. He can't be such. He can't behave like that. Having learned his lesson by confiding in his family alone, and at the same time some charlatans from America. And DOS have been bearing the burden for many years now. I told me just some market. They trick him, having in mind that yes, he's dealing with his brother. He thought that the brother meant good for him. He said, okay, let me listen to my brothers and the others that are talking to me. And DOS are bearing the pain. We'll talk about another one again. So that I've been DOS, soon I'll free. And just to tell many of you that they are in charge, they stop your move. They stop it. And now people want to bring the narrative to tell the public that there's a doctor that is going to treat Onye and the US stop it. Yes. How I wish I would be part of them. I want them to stop it 100 times until things have been followed due process. It's an organization. How about it? I tell you. Now let me show you the noise.
Metosela, he used the name of IPOB to raise fund. That the leadership of IPOB cannot give account of the money Metosela raised. The only thing I'm about to raise is an ego travel now, ego plane down. But Metosela will end up raising fund for this unauthorized fund, the same thing. Anna Ole Berima. Tell me the difference between a Berima and the Metosela. Be honest with yourself. Forget the problem I have with you. Tell me, why are we talking of Eberima? Because Eberima is raising fund that we don't know what he's using this money for. You keep on saying you will do this. We don't even know whether Methuselah raised fund and use it to sponsor bandits back home. But nobody wants to talk about it.
What is hard in creating PayPal? I want to ask the leadership. There's no reason to justify it. Now me talk. I consult on my ball a lot of course. I got them to my national. The same question. I'm a PayPal. I don't talk them now. I want me to carry this thing. Go give them. Me too say get me PayPal. Now where go? I want you to the paper. I go me read the thing. To manage we have been talking this thing for many years now. Create an online account. One no one here who not at the thing. We need money. And the reason why we are speaking here
for accomplishing this very noble task. For all of you principal officers of state, our esteemed journalists, those of you in family writers, those of you in Biafra writers, in Imuchuku writers, in TB, RV, the sunrise crew that wakes up us every morning, and our e-warriors that never sleep, my own very astute and able Deputy Chairman for our own indefatigable Directorate of State led by the ever-reliable Mazichike Dosiem, our Head of Finance, Lolo Nenayanyam, our Biafra Land Coordinator, each and every unit, zonal, local government, state and national coordinator all over the world, I want you all to know that I am very proud of each and every one of you. The work you are doing is exceptional. It is not expected of African people to be so determined, to be so resolute, to be so humble in pursuit of what is glorious. Africans always fall by the wayside when it comes to the pursuit of freedom. But you have demonstrated a will, passion, and desire to do the will of the Most High. The work you are doing is exceptional.
Wonderful job. And the rest of the people who are Ikenga from South Africa, all of you who are Biafra child, all of you who are coming out and broadcasting, you're doing a very wonderful. People must support them. And Igbo unite. People must support all this. They are doing very, very well. You must support them. You must support them. Facebook can suppress my post and suppress my page. They cannot.
When people demand water, they get shot at and killed by the government. When people demand better living conditions, the response of the state is to kill those people. We're fighting against that. When the students demand free education, they get locked up by the regime.
Asiokwu ka ọ bụ. Nke a ndị ji asị na-eri nri. Ịgbara ndị Fulani odibo. Nchi iwu osote onye isi n'obodo Nigeria. Ọ mgbe m nọ n'ụlọ ikoni ka m ga-etinye ha n'aka akwụkwọ. Si ha agaghị m emezi Biafra ọzọ. Unu bịa ka mgbara unu odibo. Ka ndị ọzọ si agbara ha odibo. Ha rịọrọ m njụ. Nsị na aga m ahapụ nwere onwe ha n'azọ. Kwee n'ihi ndị ya niile maka ọdịmma nke ha nwa na nke ụmụ ha ma nke ụmụ ha ga-abịa n'ihi na agwara m ha okwu m sị ha oge mgbe Zik a na-agwa Zik mgbe ọ na-eji ike na-akọwara Zik si ya na ebe ị na-aga n'ụzọ adịghị ya ọ na-efe isi kpakakpaka mba ọwọ Naijiria ka anyị gaa n'ihu ka anyị gaa n'ihu lekwa ọnọdụ anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa na-akọwakwara ndị ya sị ha ihe a Zik mere mgbe mbụ tinye anyị na ụmị anyị nọ n'ime ya n'ụbọchị nke taa ọkwa ihe unu na-eme kedu ụzọ nwanne Nnamdi Kanu si na-eme ya na-emeju ya unu kọwara m ka m ghọta na m sị ma unu arụghị ogbe nke abụọ gafere River Niger na unu ga-arụ okporo ụzọ unu ga-emezi ebe niile ebe ụmụaka na-agụ akwụkwọ ọ ga-emezi ya emezi ọma mma ụlọ ọgwụ a ga-arụzi ya arụzi a ga-enwe ọkụ mmiri ga na-agba ọ ga-adịrị onye ihu na mma dịrị onye azụ na mma kedu ụzọ m si mejọ ndị dị etu a asị m na ụzọ m si na-eme ya na ọ dịghị mma njọ ha sị mbụ ngwa agha onwenye mgbara egbe onwenye mgburu mma onwenye mgbara ụta akwa sọsọ ozi ọma Chineke si mgbasa n'igwe okwu ka m na-agbasa kezie ka o si metụta unu ọ bụ gịnị mere unu a na-asị ka akpọta Nnamdi Kanu ka egbuo ya ọha na eze na ndị gọvanọ ọkwa na gịnị mere ndị herdsmen na-egbusi ndị mmadụ n'ugwu Awụsa ndị gọvanọ ha n'ugwu Awụsa kpọbe ka abịa gbusie ha inu anunugo na onwe onye na-achị ugwu Awụsa gọvanọ pụtara sị ka egbusie ndị herdsmen unu anunugo na onwe onye Yoruba pụtara sị ka egbusie ndị OPC ọgwụ na sọsọ ndị Igbo n'ihi na unu na-agba leka ka unu ga-agbara ndị Fulani odibo onye pụta ọsị ka agbara Fulani odibo onye nsị na mụ agbọ Nnamdi Kanu agaghị m agbara Fulani odibo ha nwere ha kwesịrị ịgbara mụ odibo ihe na-esere mụ na ihe na-eme na ndị be anyị wụ na ha na-aghọtachi anyị na-eme ọfụma iji ọha ha sịra m chọrọ ikewapụ Biafra n'ime Nigeria na ọ bụghị ihe ziri ezi na iwu obodo ha akwadoghị ya nna ajụ ha sị ya kee ụzọ chọrọ isi imi ya asị na ọwụ ka aga mee ntuli aka elu anyị bịanyecha aka atụcha vootu aga na ebe a na-eme iwu anọrọ akpa ya ekwekọrịta anyị gawa n'iru njụọ ha ndị na-eme iwu obodo Naijiria mmadụ ole si Kano steeti pụta 44 44 ọ bụ mmadụ ole na-emekwe n'iwu a si Abia Imo na Bayelsa pụta ha erughị sọsọ Kano steeti ọ bụzi ụzọ dị anya ka ị ga-esi wee nweta ihe a ibu n'obi ebe ndị ọwa anyị na ha na-awụ nọchiri egwuru agara agbachi ụzọ nọchi ebe niile efe adịghị ụzọ adịghị obere ihe unu kwesịrị ịrụ unu anaghị arụ ya nwatakịrị ihe wụ ogbe nkịtị ebe na-ebute mmanụ na-ebute ukoro ọkụ ike a na-ebupụ na-akpata ego bekee wee na-eri ndị ugwu Awụsa ji na-eleta onwe ha mma wụnaba anyị ka o si bịa okporo ụzọ nkịtị na ama nru Ọnịcha ruo Enugu kezi ihe ọzọ ị na-akọwara m ọ bụ gịnị ka imepụta gworo ga-eme m ga-eji wee nwee ntụkwasị obi ebe ị nọ n'ihe ị na-ekwu na ị ga-emenwu ya na ọwa eziokwu ihe IPOB na-abakwa nnupụ isi ka anyị na-enupụ isi akwụkwọ na-ekwu na ilu a na-atụ n'Igbo a sị mgbe ụfọdụ m okorobịa nwekwana ka onye ara na-alụnye ya nwaanyị ọkwana ihe anyị na-eme na mmegbu anyị na-emegbu anyị na ọ karịala na ihe a na-eme anyị na ọ dịghị mma ekunye agbagbu anyị ege ebe a akpọ ejide ebe anyị na-azụ ahịa laa ya n'iyi ha nwa na onwe ha enweghị ihe ha pụrụ ime ha niile na-agbara ndị Fulani odibo ị ga-abịa bịakwute nna gị okwesị nna gị okwu ana m enupụ isi nsị ha mmụọ awụ Nnamdi Kanu na m agbara ha odibo uru ha bụ m ka mụ na ha mee ya ha ajụ ọhịa na-ese okwu onweghị ihe ọzọ.
This guy too good. This guy too good. This guy too good. This is what they see. This guy what they see good. He good. He good. This guy too good. This kind thing good. This kind thing good. Siamo. Enough fuel. Enough fuel they are the cash. Siam. Siam on a look. Now we do the face every day with this, so but people don't know. Let people they enjoy you. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. Anybody is doing this, may they try you. Always not try. What are you going to do this rubbish? This kind thing good. This kind thing good. This kind thing good. This is what they see. This kind what they see good. It's good. This kind thing good. This kind thing good. This kind thing good. Siamo. Enough fuel. Enough fuel they are the cash. Siam. Siam on a look. Now we do the face every day with this, so but people don't know. Let people they enjoy you. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. Anybody is doing this, may they try you. Always not try. What are you going to do this rubbish?
At least 70 Nigerian soldiers were killed in an ambush by jihadist fighters in the rest of northeast of Borno State, military sources revealed on Tuesday. Insurgents fired rocket-propelled grenades at a lorry carrying troops as it traveled near Goji village in Borno State on Monday. Two anonymous military officers said the extremists specifically targeted a truck loaded with soldiers, and so far 70 bodies have been recovered. Some others were taken captive by the jihadists. The rescue operation is still underway. A spokesman for the Nigerian army said he was unable to comment on the attack.
anyị wee debe ya onye si na agata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra ebe ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo kwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo kwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe emilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe wee memire Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero bụ ọgụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akọkwa iguni ụtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụgụ nwa bụ ekekere eluigwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu abịa ma
Welcome, Biafrans. Welcome. All lovers of freedom, welcome. I welcome you this evening here on IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are live, and you are also live joining us this evening. I welcome you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abịama Promi Henine. As I welcome you, fellow Biafrans, I want you to welcome others. Welcome your friends, welcome your family, welcome your neighbors, your well-wishers, all friends, all lovers of freedom. Welcome both friends and enemies of Biafra. Everyone is welcome to this platform because in this platform, we do not discriminate. We welcome everybody. We welcome critics. We welcome enemies alike. We welcome anybody, both Biafrans and non-Biafrans. We welcome you. Here we reason. Here we base on common sense. So I welcome you, and I want you to know that we appreciate you. You that always join us anytime we are live. We appreciate you. We value you because we know that all the people that gathered here listening to us are the hardcore. They are the ones that have found out the truth, because a lot has happened and a lot are still happening. And as long as you find yourself in this platform, you are indeed a chosen one. And we are happy that you are among those that are chosen to restore Biafra. Because here we speak nothing but the truth. We open the eyes of people to the truth. We are without envy. We are without jealousy. We are without hate. And we are without greed. We are here for just that which matters, for the restoration of Biafra. That is all we are here to do. So, lovers of freedom, if you have not shared the program, do it right now. I want you to know that the only thing you owe us or you owe Biafra is sharing our program anytime we are live or anytime you come across our videos. Always remember to share it, because that is the only way that you could discharge this message. That is the only way you can join us. You can help to make sure that the message we are preaching right from this platform goes far and wide. Comment, like. These are most important to us, because as you are doing all these things, it is helping us, encouraging us to continue to bring to you that which matters, which is the freedom, the language of freedom, the message of freedom, the good news, which is the freedom of Biafra. So if you have not shared the program, take your time, share the program, hit the like button, and make sure that you comment if need be. So we welcome you, fellow Biafrans, and I want you to know that we are live in all our social media platforms. If you look at the screen, you will see that we are live on our YouTube. First, we are live on our Facebook page, IPOB, Western Cape Media TV. Go there, you will find us now. We are also live on our YouTube channel, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Right now, we are streaming there. Also live on our X, former Twitter handle, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are not one, we are not two, we are one. Go to all these platforms, type IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We will appear and you'll be able to join us. We have made it, we try our best to make sure that we fill the vacuum, all the spaces. We do whatever we can to make sure that we are streaming on all the platforms. Very soon, we should be also streaming on TikTok and Instagram, but we have to upgrade our channels to be able to accommodate other platforms once. So I welcome you to this program this evening. Without taking your time, I want you to know that this is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here, we speak nothing but the truth. We are not without fear. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are here not to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, worldwide, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome to IPOB Western Cape Media TV, saying it the way it is. Yes, like I said, we are not fear we don't fear any man. We are without fear. We are without favor. Here we have no permanent friends, neither do we have permanent enemies. Here, common sense rules. So, before I continue, fellow Biafrans, I bring greetings to you from my coordinator, Mazi Innocent Alia. Mazi Innocent Alia is Western Cape coordinator. He is the representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu here in Western Cape IPOB. He is the reason we are thriving. He's the reason we are strong, we are formidable and resolute. Here in IPOB, Western Cape Zone, because of the nature of the leader we have, we walk in one spirit, one mind, one soul, and one body. We do not have them two, we have them one. If there is any other, it's a fake, and you must disregard such. I also bring you greetings from all the 9 coordinators we have here in IPOB Western Cape Zone. I also bring you greetings, fellow Biafrans, from the executive of IPOB Western Cape Zone. One thing that is sure is that here we have men of timber and caliber. And men are working round the clock to make sure that Biafra is restored. We are not here for a joke. We mean business. We want Biafra, and we want it like yesterday. That is why the wave that is all over IPOB could not affect us, because we are determined to restore Biafra. We are fanatical to restore Biafra. I want you to know that this media platform you are seeing belongs to IPOB Western Cape Zone. You can never find it any other place. In the worldwide, IPOB worldwide, we have only IPOB Western Cape Media that is owned, maintained by the zone. We are prepared to welcome our leader, and we shall continue to pray, hoping that miracle shall happen. So I welcome you, lovers of freedom. If this is your first time of joining us, already you have known who we are and where we are coming from. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. I am your host, and by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. Yes, that is who I am. That is what I'm doing for Biafra. And I encourage you, fellow Biafrans, do not allow your feet to get cold. Disregard all the shenanigans that is going on, all the accusations that is coming against our leader. Disregard all the disrespect and all the things, accusations and counter accusations against the people that are fighting to make sure that Biafra is restored. And before I forget, if you have not voted for the ongoing self-referendum, do it immediately. Make sure that you vote, participate in this voting. It is very, very necessary. It is very, very important that you do. Remember, you have asked for it, you have died for it, you have sweated for it. It is time for you to walk the talk. Go and cast your vote for the self-referendum. We are going to need it in the future. The right thing you do, the sensible thing you do now is to make sure that you record your vote, or rather, that your vote is recorded, so that when the day shall come, your number will be included among those who made a choice that Biafra should exit from Nigeria. It is not for anybody. Remember, you are not fighting for anybody. You are fighting for yourself. You do not fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you? No. If you think you are fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as many thought today, that is why many of them has fallen, because they thought that the sacrifices which they pay is to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me make it very clear to you that you are not fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are fighting for yourself and for the future of your generation. That is what you are fighting. You are fighting for yourself, not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for himself, all man to himself. That is why when you die for yourself. So make sure that you devote everything within your power to this struggle. Make sure that you have the right mindset for this struggle. That is the only time you can stand strong in the face of trials. But when you think that you are doing what you are doing for any other person, that is when you cannot give your best. After all, you are not fighting for yourself. You are fighting for someone. But if you know that indeed your life depends on this battle, that is when you can give all you have. That is the mindset you have in the mindset we have here in IPOB Western Cape Zone. We believe that divided we fall, but united we stand. Yes, we are fighting for ourselves, but collectively we fight for a common goal, which is the restoration of Biafra. Because once Biafra is restored, all man to your tent, O Israel. So let us join our hands together with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and fight for this battle. And remember that tomorrow is 19th of March. This month is my birthday month. And I believe that Chukwuokike Abiama is going to do wonderful works for my sake. He's going to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release as a birthday present for me. I've asked him, and I believe that he will do it tomorrow. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to appear in court. Do you know? Are you aware that tomorrow is the day that we all have been waiting for? If you do not know it now, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in court tomorrow and next, if necessary. But tomorrow is the D-Day. He'll be appearing before what is her name again? Binta Nyako. Yes. So let us continue to pray for Chukwuokike to do that which only him can do. Let us join our faiths together, believing that tomorrow Chukwu Abiama is going to do what only him can do, which is release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is all we are waiting for. That is that is our dream. That is our hope. That is our belief. And I want you to know that your prayer tonight matters. Say a prayer about it. That Chukwuokike Abiama will put to shame all the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra, both those inside and those outside. Because the truth is that there are many, or there are some in this family who does not want our leader released. I can tell you that the reason they don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released is because they thought that release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu marks the end of their participation in IPOB, because not because of the good they have done, not because of the sacrifices they paid for this struggle, not because they try to make things work in IPOB. The reason they are afraid that the table might turn against them when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released is because they played a very dirty role in destroying or in trying to destroy IPOB. They played a very, very dirty role since our leader has been renditioned to Nigeria. So because of this, their heart desire is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be released. That is it. So I want you to know that you that want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released should be positive about it. You should always remember that your prayer matters. Your heart, what you have in your heart desire is what Chukwu Abiyama looks at. Most time, what you said does not matter, but what you have in your heart. The heart is what Chukwu Abiyama looks at. So, I want you to make sure that your heart is clean, because he that must appear before equity must appear with a clean hands. Remember, in IPOB, we are whiter than white and we are whiter than snow. The only time that Chukwu Abiyama looks upon us is when we get ourselves rid from all manner of ill treatment to others, when we rid ourselves of envy, hatred, jealousy, greed. That is when Chukwu Abiyama will make an entrance into our life and heart and take control. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have defied all odds, because even the zoo who went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him and renditioned him back to Nigeria did not believe that he will be standing strong to this moment. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu defied all that. Those who betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu betrayed him, believing that by kidnapping and renditioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that IPOB will be destroyed. They do not know that people like you, people like me, are here in this struggle. That is why we are unsolvable equations for them. They do not understand what propels us. They don't understand why we are still going strong. They don't understand why we are still speaking the way we are speaking. They are confused about everything, and we love it. We love the fact that they are confused about us. We love the fact that they are confused about our resolve. We are very, very pleased that they are confused about everything about us. So I want you to know that all we need today is to fight a just cause, a just fight, just like our leader is fighting inside. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as I'm talking to you, on a daily basis, 24 hours of every day since he was renditioned, he has been fighting for Biafra restoration. Did you know that? Do you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the person who decided to be where he is today? Do you know that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants to get his freedom now, he will get it? Are you not here when I played that video when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was narrating about 2015? He said that the zoo want him to give up Biafra. They have gone to the level of offering Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the second citizen of Zoological Republic, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rejected outrightly. He rejected that offer, and he said that over his dead body will he drop the agitation. He did not just say it, he practicalized it. He did not just talk, he walked the talk. That is what we are talking about. That is what makes you a freedom fighter in the level of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you talk, you practicalized. You do not just speak and go and sleep. You speak, you go to work. That is why when people like us saw Mazi Simon Ekpa appear in the equation, we looked at him, we monitored him. We see a man who speaks and follow it to the logical conclusion. He do not speak and go back. He speaks and he followed with actions, a replica of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is it. And that is who we are. That is who we are in IPOB Western Cape. We said we are going to stand on that which is right until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. A lot of us have decisions to make pending the coming out of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But now we are going to stand strong until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. But I want you to continue to be a true believer and true follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to know that whatever you are doing today will be reminded to you when the time is right. If you do that which is right, you will be commended. If you do that which is wrong, you will be condemned. The choice is yours, completely yours. That is why I, Mazi Ebuchi, I decided to do that which is right. I've decided to sacrifice everything within my own strength. Make sure that I propagate the kingdom of Chukwu Abiyam. That is the reason I am here in your presence this hour. It's a choice that I made. No one pushed me to be here. I made a decision to be here. And I'm willing to pay the price to be here. And I want you to also make a decision on your own, knowing fully well that whatever you give today shall be returned to you when the time is right. So my prayer today is tomorrow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to receive his freedom. He's going to regain his freedom. Chukwu Abiyam, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to regain his freedom tomorrow. It's a belief that we have. And I want you to know that we believe that you are capable and able to do all things. Because of that belief we have, prove yourself tomorrow by making sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got released so that our joy will be filled, so that our enemies will be put to shame, so that those who think that it is over for us, we hear us smile again. So that is all I'm going to say about this particular issue. Because this is not the main reason I'm here today. The main reason I am here today is to show you the level of hatred the level of slavery we are into. We as Biafrans, whether you are Biafran in the riverine area or you are Biafra in the hinterland, we all are together in this almighty mess. We are all together in this slavery. Nobody is excluded. You are the only one who seems not to understand the mess you are into. Your enemies understood that you are deeply in their slavery, that they have captured you, put you in a position like a cage, and lock you up. They make decisions for you. They decide when you get angry. They decide when you get happy. They decide when you eat. They decide when you sleep. They decide when you wake up. What manner of free man are you? They decide when to kill you and when to allow you to live. This is a dilemma of Biafrans in that contraption called Nigeria today. But it breaks my heart that those who are supposed to know better refuses to know better. Ọ bụrụ ihe ndị Igbo na-ekwu sị na ụkpara na-ahụ na-ere ere si na ọ na-ahụ mmanụ. You are practically burning. You think that you are only shining. The enemies of Biafran people who have one goal, and that goal is to destroy, to exterminate, to wipe out the entire Biafra land. And the people that are supposed to know fail to understand. This is the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared in the picture. This is the reason Mazi Ebuchi is here. This is the reason you that is seated watching me this evening is here. You are here because you saw the situation of things in our land. You saw that we are all in this almighty mess together. You saw that we need to fight for our freedom. The other day I was having a discussion with a friend who does not believe in Biafra. He's a staunch one Nigerianist. He sees what we do as a waste of time. He sees our agitation as something that is not needed. Then I asked him, just 2 days ago, I asked him, why do you feel so? Why do you think we are not supposed to agitate or have our freedom, and we do not supposed to also ask for presidency? Because he went to the level of saying that we do not supposed to even ask to become president in the Zoological Republic. Then I asked him why. He said, because we are a conquered people. We lost the war in 1970. Because of that, we have been exchanged from first citizens to second citizens. We are already slaves. And I asked him, who told you so? He said, Gowon said so. I said, oh, Gowon told you that we are slaves to Nigeria. And now you agree to be a slave in your own land, in your own father's land. He said, yes, that all we need to do is to focus on our businesses, try our best, our possible best to be happy, suffering, smiling. I told him there is no joy for a slave. I told him that in the history of Biafrans, I reminded him about the Igbos that drowned in the sea. I told him about the Igbos that walk straight to the somewhere in America to a ditch instead of them to be slaves. They said no, they will never be slaves. I reminded him about countries like Haiti Igbos led the revolution. I reminded him about so many places that our people does not agree to slavery. We hate it. We believe that every man is entitled to freedom. That is why in our land, we do not have a king that dictates for us. We are republicans in nature. We believe that the only king that is Chukwu Abiyama. He is the only one that have the say over our life, not a fellow human beings. That is who we are. We are not slaves. We detest it. We fight against it. We are a freeborn. That is why we never conquered anybody. Go to the history of the major tribes, even the minorities in Nigeria. All of them have histories of trying to conquer other people. But when it comes to our land, we never have any history of conquering other people. Go to Yoruba land. Their history is filled with conquerors. They keep conquering. They keep conquering. Go to the north, you can see Fulani, for instance. But today, all these tribes that lives with us, none of them could record any time Ndi Igbo tries to conquer them. Instead, they are the ones who were buying us as slaves and selling us to foreigners. That is who we are. So we do not submit to slavery. So I told him that it's quite unfortunate that you believe what Gowon said. You believe that Gowon is your God who decide whether you are a slave or not. And I told him, over my dead body will I believe and agree that I am a slave. Fighting Nigeria led us to where we are. And fighting Nigeria again, if possible, if it is what is going to free us from this bondage. If fighting Nigeria the second time is the only option left, Mazen Ebuchi, I am willing to sign for it. That which brought me to this place, this position, this calamity, this pain, this injury that I am today. If it's fighting it second time to regain my freedom, I am willing to do it again. But we continue to beg, plead to Nigeria, do not allow this to deteriorate, to get to this point where we should raise arm the second time. Because in the history of the world, no nation, no country have survived second civil war. So this brings me to the conclusion that the dissolution of Nigeria is inevitable. You cannot stop it. We are going about it today in a peaceful way. Tomorrow, it may not be so. We may decide to go about it in other way around. So this is the time we are asking and telling Nigeria to do the right thing, do the needful. All Mazen Mekano asked for that made you to kidnap him is referendum. Mazen Mekano said, we do not have to shed each other's blood. We have not recovered from the one that happened in 1967, 1970. We still mourn. We still cry. We still regret. We do not want to go back to that again. Give us a chance to conduct referendum. To Nigeria, it is a declaration of war. They keep killing us. They keep maiming us. They keep disgracing us. They keep disappearing us. They keep kidnapping us. They keep extraordinary renditioning us just because we ask for a referendum. Why we are doing what we are doing is not because we are cowards. It's not because we are afraid to die. After all men have one destination. One destination. 2 times men receive calls in life. One is the day you are born and the day you are dead. You died. These 2 calls, you can never miss it. This is the destination of every living thing in this world. The day you are born and the day you die. I do not value age. You live 150 years as a coward is useless to me. Martin Luther King, that all of you made reference of today, he did not live up to 100 years. But your grandfather that lived 150 years, his name is nowhere to be found. His name gone to oblivion, just as his soul went to oblivion. But look at the people like Martin Luther. Look at the people like Mandela. Look at the people like George Washington. Look at the people like Odumegwu Ojukwu. These people, their name is eternal. As long as this world remains, their names will never cease to be mentioned. Thousands and thousands years to come. The way we read about, or we are reading about, talking about the history in the Bible, about Jesus, talking about Abraham, talking about this man has lived in this world thousands and thousands of years today. But when you talk about them, something resonates inside you, like they are still here with you. That is legacy. That is what defines a man. You do not want to ask for freedom because you are afraid to be killed or afraid to be thrown to jail. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu defied it. He asked for his freedom, and he is willing to give his life for the same freedom. And he has proven it beyond every reasonable doubt. As long as the world remains, in the lips of Biafrans, the name Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never cease. Know it today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made his name himself immortal, just like Odumegwu Ojukwu did. That is why I want you to know that if you can do what these men are doing, nobody's asking you to lead Biafrans. After all, when you come to South Africa today, if you really want to know, you will see the list of men who sacrificed their lives. The people like Steve Biko, the people like Malangu or something. Men, their names still comes to life in South Africa today. Generations unborn will still read about them. Are you going to be read about when you might have died hundreds of years? Are you going to be remembered? Build it today. So that my friend, after listening to him, I came to a conclusion that indeed so many people have that, which, you know, when we said that it is better for you to, I mean, instead of me to live 100 years on my nails, it's better for me to die on my feet. When we made this remarks, some people do not understand that it is indeed happening. So many people today, so many Ndi Igbo prefer to live on their nails, eating from the crumbs of the masters, which are the Fulanis, the Yorubas. When the things that propelled the Zoological Republic economy comes from their land. Talk about the mineral resources, the oil, talk about the gas, talk about the business of Biafrans, talk about the economical capacity of Biafrans, talk about all the things that we have as advantage over Nigeria, over other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. If we utilize it, Nigeria should be running after us. Nigeria should be the one crawling on their feet. But because we have lost it, so many people, such people who think that because we've lost the war, we should live internally as slaves. Those who have reached the conclusion that because we lost the war, we should internally be grateful for Nigeria for giving us at least a chance to partake in anything that has to do with Nigeria. So, what I'm saying is, there is something that is going on today. If you are following the event in the Zoological Republic, as usual, a news broke out the other day. What is happening to this? Just give me a minute. A news broke out the other day where there was a problem in Delta State. That problem warranted that the community and the military had some issues, which prompted the killing of about I don't know how many of them, few soldiers of the of Zoological Republic. What's this? Okay, so because of that, now yesterday, the Zoological Republic came as usual and burned down the entire village. Now, I want to read something for you about it before I continue. Now, listen. This is how the whole thing started. I'm reading now. I read. It says, the writer says, nobody is justifying the death of our able-bodied soldiers. But why not tell Nigerians the truth? Rather than use the biased Western media to drive home propaganda and wicked narrative in order to justify your actions. The Nigerian army claimed that they went to Akwama community for a peacekeeping mission, but you wanted to forcefully arrest 3 high chiefs. The community said nope and stood their ground. What did you do next? Your men opened fire on innocent villagers, injuring well over 500 of them and killing many, both old, fragile women and children were amongst the casualties. But nobody is telling their story or listening to their plight. After attacking first, you all entered your boats and left. As you were leaving, you all were ambushed by 9 speed boats filled with militants. They were the ones who killed our gallant soldiers, not innocent old men and women who cannot operate hunters' gun. People who are already injured, bruised, and mourning their loved ones after 14th March unprovoked attack on them. This is the real truth behind it all. Did you hear it? As they always claim, when you see them in the hinterland, they will tell you, Operation Udoka. What did they say? Operation Udoka. What is the meaning of Udoka? In Igbo translation, it means peace is better. Udoka mma. That is to get to stretch it to the end. Operation Udoka mma, which is peace is better. Do you understand? But they only use it as a code name, as a coded name. But behind, the real thing is to destroy, Operation Destruction. So when they entered into a community, what they do, they kill, they maim, they burn, and they destroy. And when you ask questions, they will tag you IPOB. That is what they are doing in Hinterland. Now, they went to that community because, you know, I always say it. You see, the problem that it is shameful. It is very, very shameful that in this generation, communities still drag land. You still have communal issues where you drag land. This land belongs to us. You know, that land issue. This land issue is more serious in the riverine area. They love to drag land because of what is it called? Mineral resources, because of crude oil. The crude oil that they are dragging, they don't partake on it. They only steal the little that they could steal. When those crude or the oil in the land, the enemy will still come from nowhere and dig it and put a well there, sucking it. So these two communities were busy fighting for a piece of land. I don't know why men end up fighting for a land. When you die, they dig the ground 6 feet according to your measurement and put you in that place. That is where it's all. But you'll be dragging the whole land. What are you going to do with all the land you are dragging? But that is by the way. Now, these two communities were fighting. Now, as usual, the Zoological Republic, you know, in a country, in a reasonable country, you don't send military to go and for peace. You send who? Police for peacekeeping. Mostly when it has to be internal matters. Military does not have anything to do with internal matters. Military is only trained for external aggression, not internal matters. Internal matters should be left for police. They were trained to handle internal matters within the country. But in Zoloto Republic, the only job of a police is to mount roadblock and be collecting 50-50 rand. I mean 50-50 naira, 100 naira, 200 depending, and taking, today they carry POS around. So now when the job of police calls, the military goes to do it. And who are those military? Terrorists, repentant Boko Haram, who could not penetrate our land through terrorism, through Boko Haram, through herdsmen. They could not penetrate. Now they are into army. That is the only way they are penetrating into our land today. So each time there is a problem in our community or there is something, they will send those terrorists to come and maintain law and order. Immediately they march our land, they pull the gun and start killing our people. They went to this community in Delta State as with a code name, peacekeeping mission. When they get there, now they turn to judges, obviously, because they say, okay, what is the problem? The communities, the elders that start talking, this. After all these things, they decided to take those elders, which made the communities to say, no, this is not the reason you are here. You can't take our elders nowhere. The communities refused. What did they do? Their trademark, killing, destruction. They open the trigger and start killing people. After they done that, they entered their boat, trying to escape. Militants, not the villagers, but peradventure, the militants heard what is happening in the village. They had to come to intervene. And they made the terrorists. They fight against them. They killed some of them. When the military returns, they did not go looking for the militants. Rather, they went straight to the village. And now let me show you the record. Let me show you the outcome of their revenge. That is it. Now, listen, another one is coming. If you look at that place very well, you know that in those houses, huts or whatever they are burning, those houses, obviously, the elders, the aged mothers, the aged fathers are the ones who lives there. Just like they do in the hinterland. They will come, they will burn down the houses where our aged mothers and aged fathers lives. When you ask them why did you have to burn this land, I mean these houses, they will tell you that ESN is using it to commit crime. They will tell you that ESN is using the house, a house that our aged mother, our aged fathers are living in. They will tell you that because ESN attack them, because this one attacked or no government and attack them, this one attacked them. They, instead of them to go after those who attack them, because they are terrorists, they were not trained to fight war. They were only trained to put fear, intimidate, and to show who they really are, which is terrorists. They could not go after those people who came to kill them, who came to attack them. Instead, they will enter straight to the village and start burning down houses that our aged mothers and aged fathers are living in.
Now, when the militants on a ship, on a boat, the people that attacked these people, remember, according to the story, did not come from the village. They did not walk. It's not the villagers who were having altercation with them. No, it is people who came from through the water on a flying boat who attacked them. Now, when they came back, instead of them to trace through investigation to go after those who came to kill them, they said no. They went straight to the village and started burning down.
This guy thing good. This guy thing good. This guy thing good. This is what they see. This guy what they see good. He good. He good. This guy thing good. This guy thing good. This guy thing good. Siamo. Enough well. Enough where they are the cash. Siam. Siam, on a look. Now, to the face every day, video so, but people don't know. The people they enjoy you. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. We let that appeal. Anybody is doing this, may they try you. Always not try. Whatever you go do this rubbish. This kind of thing.
Now, the thing that pains me a lot is the commentary. You hear how he's lamenting. This kind of thing good. This kind of thing good. This is how they've been coming here every year to kill us. So this kind of thing good. He's lamenting. They are killing them, burning down their houses. If you tell him, come, let us join hands together and fight our common enemy. They will tell you, no. Igbo man, no. Then you ask them, what did Igbo man do to you? He will say, no, they will take our land. Igbo man, they will do this. What has Igbo man done to you? Tell me, they don't have anything to say. But the hatred that the zoo, through their corrupt elders, sold to their hearts. Like I told you before, there has never been a history of conquest on our side against our neighbors, our fellow Biafrans. We never had such. Go to the history of Ndi Igbo and their neighbors. You can never find anywhere where they will tell you that Igbo people, Ndi Igbo, chase away or try to. The reason why all the tribes in Biafra land does not speak Igbo is because we did not conquer them. You don't know? If we have everything to conquer our neighbors. We had it. We had the number. We had the determination. We had the advanced technology then to fight, to conquer them. Did we do it? No. But when you ask them today, what has Igbo man done to you? Why can't you join her? Because the same way, there was a video, I forgot to bring that video on, I would have played it. A Yoruba king, former Lagos State Oba, while he was talking, he said that a Southwest has not been a president of Nigeria. It is only Igbo and the Northerners. Then the interview asked him, but Obasanjo is a Yoruba man. He said no. Obasanjo is not a Yoruba man. And Obasanjo's father is an Igbo man. That if Obasanjo is disputing the information he's given, Obasanjo should come by himself to say he's not an Igbo man. Then the person asked him, but good luck, Jonathan is not an Igbo man. He said, oh, who told you?
He said that Jonathan is the Igbo man. He told him that all of them from the southeast, former eastern region, all of them are Igbo, Ndi Igbo. That is how they see you, that is seen, but you think you are not Igbo. When they ask you, no. Even in Igbo, some Igbo in that riverine area tries to separate themselves from the larger family of Igbo, just for political gains. And have they got anything? No. Have they gotten anything from denying who they really are? No. They are in the same dilemma that in Igbo, the people that still believe, that agree that they are Igbo, Igbo, they are in the same problem, in the same almighty mess. They see you, they take you, the same treatment they give to me is the same treatment they give to you. If we had understood each other very well, if we had separated ourselves from that which divides us and embrace that which unites us, all of us would put a front, just like it is in the West. All of them are Yorubas. They call themselves Yoruba in outside. They are Yorubas in outside. When they go out, they're all Yorubas. They agreed and they sample it joyfully. But when they come back, they know who are Yorubas and who are not. They know that they are different. If we replicate this, we put a front, we are Igbo. In the eyes of our enemies, when we come back home, we will solve our problems. We will try to work together and solve our problems, because in every family there is always a problem. It's not only to us. It is a general problem. Every family have problems, misunderstanding, disagreement, but we disagreed to agree. That is it. But for those in the river area, it is better for them to go to become slaves again, to be taken to slavery in America, than for them to unite with their brothers, with their neighbors, and achieve one common goal: freedom for all. Why are we here for Biafra? We are here for freedom. That is it. Igbo adage said, Egbe beru ugo bere. Igbo adage said, nwa mmụọ emegbune nwa mmadụ, nwa mmadụ emegbune nwa mmụọ. Ụkwa mịarụ m, ya mịara nwunye di m, maka na ụmụnna nwezuo akụ, ilo na asị ana. That is the core belief of an Igbo person. We do not only say this, we practicalize it. Do you understand? So our neighbors believe, or rather chooses, to be killed, to be maimed, to be devoured by the enemies, instead of them to work with their brothers in the hinterland. They keep lamenting. They lament, thinking that the people they are lamenting to will listen to them. They will only listen to you when you know your strength. And who is your strength? Your brothers, Ndi Igbo. Let me remind you again. Let me tell you a little story of what we read while we were in school. There was a book we read, And everyone will know when I'm saying it now. A man had seven sons. These 7 sons that he had, when the man was giving birth to to male children, he was so happy. He was so proud, knowing that, oh, my enemies cannot penetrate me. My enemies cannot. I am well balanced because I have 7 sons. In his eyes, after teaching those sons how to live in peace and harmony, how to love each other, how to protect each other, how to defend each other, while they were growing, they chose to live apart. They chose to be fighting each other. They chose to embrace that which divides them. They chose to embrace the outsiders. They chose to make friends with the outsiders. They chose to bring the enemies closer to them and put their brothers afar from them. When their father saw these things going on, he was disappointed. He could not sleep anymore. He was asking his chief, what can I do? What have I gotten myself into? When I think that I have arrived, look at me, about to go to square one. An idea came to him. Idea of a broom. Then one day, he was watching them fighting, breaking each other's heads, doing all manner of evil things against each other. He was not talking, he was not looking at, staring at them. When they were done, at night, he called them together, put them around him and sat. And he went and brought a broom. And he pulled one out and handed over to each and every one of his 7 sons. And he said to them, break it. All of you, break your own. They break it. Quah. He said, okay. He brought two, handed over to all of them and said, break your own. They break it. Quah. He repeated it until he got to 6. On the 7th one, he said, okay, now, to the eldest son, he gave the bunch of broom and said, break it. The eldest son started struggling. He could not break it. When it's tired, are you tired? He said, yes. Give to your brother. He gave to his 7 sons. None of them were capable to break the broom. He said to them, now, when I gave you people 1, you broke it. When I gave you people 2, you broke it. Why do you think you could not break a bunch of broom? They don't know. He said to them, I saw you people fight. I saw you people go your separate ways. I saw you people do things. You fight your battles outside alone. By so doing, you are giving the enemy a space to come into you. When an enemy comes, his goal is to divide you so that he can destroy you. Immediately he lure you out from your brothers, he will destroy you. It reminds me about a bull calls an animal calls buffalo. Buffalo, they move in their hundreds when they are moving. And as they are moving in their hundreds, no animal in this world could stop in their presence. They are not only moving, they are strong animals. Do you know what lions do? When lions came to eat them, lions will use a pattern. And what is that pattern? Lions will use the pattern of trying to separate their targets from the rest of the others. Immediately they separate them. That one from the rest is over. It is over for that one. But as long as they stay together, lions can never dare. So the man told his children, when you remain in unity, no enemy can break you. They will be afraid of you when you are united. They cannot come close to this family, whether I am alive or dead. So your strength lies in your unity. Even if you like, be so strong as have a single bone, as we used to say. If you are not united with your people, when the enemies will plan and come for you, you cannot escape it. So there is strength in unity. The enemies could only be afraid of you when you are united. Without your unity, you are doomed. So the enemies understood that when our brothers in the riverine area agrees to unite to fight the enemy, our common enemy, which is the Fulanese, the British, and all the evil people who have come to feast on us, when they see us united, they will run away. That is why they swore over their dead bodies. Will they watch Biafrans unite? As we are fighting to unite, they are fighting to divide us. And do you know why they succeed, or they keep succeeding? Because our brothers in the riverine area have not come to understand the relevance in our unity. They have not come to understand that we are brothers. That what unites us is greater than what divides us. So immediately we embrace that which unites us, it is over for the enemy. Today, they are killing them in the riverine area because militants ambushed the military and killed them. That is the story in our land. Remember the days of Obasanjo. And I don't know why. Let me say this. Yoruba people, they are always being used as a tool against Biafrans. They always be used. That we lost the war is because of Yoruba people. Do you know that? I want to brought the starvation policy. Obasanjo led the troop that broke the camel's back. Yoruba people. In Bayelsa State, in Odi, when Obasanjo was the president, there was a similar issue in Odi, in Bayelsa, the same riverine area. They had issue with military and some militaries were killed. Obasanjo sent in troops and they leveled the village. Today, Odi people have been removed from the faces of this world. Now, Tinubu, a Yoruba person, is the president. There is also a similar issue going on as I'm talking to you. Today in Asaba and Bayelsa State, the military and police were all over the street shooting sporadically. Shooting. For what? Why are they shooting? Who are they shooting at? Why do they go to the creeks and look for the militants who came and killed them? Why are they on the street of Asaba and Bayelsa State? Why are they on the communities, burning villages? Why the people that went or that killed them are resting in their creeks? That is a question that will never be answered by these people. Now, I have two scenarios here. One is in the southeast. I mean, when I mean southeast, I mean they are concocted south, and southeast, where the military will come because a single military is killed by bad guys, if I may put it so. Then the military will come and raise down a village in retaliation. Now, that is the scenario. Then there's another scenario here, the one that happened in the north. You see now, you can see how they flow when it comes to the south, east. I mean, Biafra land. Let me use Biafra land. When it comes to Biafra land, you see how they flow. You see how they treat the fuck up. You see how they fight. You see how they do everything to make sure that we never try to do it again. Because all they do is to try to put fear in your heart. That is why that man who was commenting in that video keep lamenting. The only thing he could do is lament. Lament. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? This is what we are passing through every year. This is how we're passing through every year. Those who are doing this, God will do this. This is what they want you to be doing. Lamenting in fear. When you are lamenting, the reason why you lament, you keep lamenting is because you are afraid to face them head on. You are afraid to man up. You could not man up because you are afraid. You are shitting in your pants while your fellow man is busy tearing down your villages, destroying what you have. I commend those, what is it called? Those militants, whoever they are, I commend them. But we need to work. We need to come together. We need to unite. We need to fight for a common goal. We need to know that the only thing that will save us is Biafra, not Niger Delta. There is nothing like that. They want you to be seeing yourself as a Niger Delta. They want you to keep calling yourself Niger Delta, not Biafra. They are afraid of Biafra. Just like they say that the evil spirits are afraid of the name Jesus. That is how the enemies of Biafrans are afraid of Biafra. When they hear you say, I am a Biafra, they are shocked. They don't want to hear that. That is why in the Zonation Republic, you are free to say, I am Oduduwa. No, it's fine. Oh, a fellow Nigeria. Oh, I am Arewa. Oh, I am Middle Belt. Oh, immediately you said, I am a Biafra. You spoiled everything. You become an instant target, a threat to them. Why do you think it is so? Because Biafra is the original. Biafra is the freedom. Biafra is where your freedom is connected. Until you are identified with it, you can never get what you are looking for. They will keep luring you apart and destroying you. They will keep isolating you and they will keep dividing you. Let us come together. Those that call themselves militants, we have what it takes to eradicate these people from our land. Let me tell you something. If we join our hands and fight for this common enemy, against this common enemy, it will not take us anything to defeat them. We have the numbers. We have the determination. And we have one target, Biafra, freedom. Remember, it is not right. I mean, it is not wrong to fight for your freedom. Freedom is a right, God-given right to you. Nobody will condemn you for fighting for your freedom. Nobody will do what? Condemn you for trying to defend yourself. When someone comes to kill you, nature demands that you defend yourself. So, our people on the riverine area, Biafrans in the riverine area, you need to wake up. It is a time for you to wake up. All these things that are happening to you, if it is not teaching you anything, I don't know when you will learn again. Nigeria has proven to you time without number how they hated you. They have proven to you that you are not different from one people. That you are seen and regarded as Onyibo. The problem is you fail to understand it, you fail to see it, you fail to believe. We need to come back. We need to join our hands together. This is not something that few people, everybody, both in the riverine area, both in the hinterland, all of us will have to bury our hatchets. We have to throw away that which divides us in the past and embrace our future, knowing fully well that our life depends on how united we are. Our heart, our life depends on Biafra. If we do not get Biafra, if we do not restore Biafra, we are going to be destroyed. What we are seeing today will be a child's play to what our children and their children will see when we might have been gone. Stop hating us as Igbo. We all are family. We are all Biafrans. We have but one common enemy. Nigeria is our enemy. At least Biafra Biafra is able to tell you that we are going to practice confederation. You will be on your own. Nobody is going to encroach. You would control whatever you have. Nobody is coming to kill you because he wants to take what is in your land and you refused. You develop your land. Nobody is going to do it for you. In Biafra, it is all man for himself. But we need to fight for this freedom first. Let us get it. Join our hands. We the Igbo Biafrans who have been extending this olive tree to you, olive leaf to you for all these years. But we refused to let go of the seed that the enemy sowed into you. That is why they can come and kill you and go free. Imagine we are united, fighting for this coming. We have Biafra Liberation Army in the hinterland on full operation. Do you think the enemy will come and do this and go free? Do you think so? If we have a Biafra Liberation Army united with all our people, functional, full functional, do you think that Nigeria could have the mind to send their army to come and kill our parents, to come and burn our houses and go free? They will never dare. They only come because they know you are separated from the rest. So you are easily a target and you can easily be defeated and destroyed. That is why they come, they do, they go, they come, they fight, they come, they see, they fight, and they conquer. They come, they see, they fought, and they conquered because you are divided. So I'm calling our people, those in the hinterland and those in the riverine area, to unite. But the problem is not those Biafrans in the hinterland. We always love our neighbors. We always love them so much. We always wish that they have the same heart that we have for them, the same love we share. We hope that they start thinking towards the direction of restoring their own nation, Biafra. That is where your life will have a meaning. That is where you will say a word and it will come to pass, and nobody is going to kill you for being angry. But today, when you are angry, you will be killed. And the question is, why are you angry? Because you are a slave. Slaves are not supposed to be angry. Slaves are supposed to always put smiles on his face. Smile, fake smile, whether you are happy or not. Smile. Smile for me. You are like a pet. You are like a toy. Whatever they want you to do is what you do for them. Failure, you pay with your life. Is that a life you want to continue living? We said no. Now, I want to show you a similar incident in the north. I'm going to show you play video to you. A similar incident in the north. In fact, more serious incidents in the north. And you will tell me what Nigerian government did about it. Now, this is number one.
Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Allahu Akbar. Kudanna mata wuta. Adanna mata wuta. Kudanna wuta. Ai masa bidiyo a tura masa yado ta uban. Allahu Akbar.
Now, you saw that was Nigerian soldiers. That happened in the north. If you go there, you see that village where those terrorists were. That same village that was where they burned the Nigerian armor tanker, burned Nigerian healers, Nigerian military healers, burned Nigerian military armor tanks, killed so many soldiers. In that same village, if you go there today, as I'm talking to you, that village is still standing untouched. The communities are still going about their business. Nobody has come to kill and burn down those houses that surrendered that those terrorists were. In fact, that place is where those terrorists live. Nigerian soldiers did not go there. They did not go there. Those houses are still standing as I'm talking to you now. There is no record of Nigerian soldiers going to revenge for the armor tanks, for the healers, and for their personnel that were murdered in that community. If it were to be in Delta State, as it is today. This thing we're talking about happened in Delta State, but the waves has reached Biafra. As I'm talking to you this evening, people are being murdered in cold blood on the streets of Biafra State. Houses are being burnt down in Biafra State as I'm talking to you. But do you know what? Do you know the funny thing? Igbo is their problem, not those people burning their houses. In their hearts of hearts, their hatred for Igbo has no measurement. They prefer to be killed, burnt, disgraced, stripped naked, than for them to unite with Igbo. Whoever did this deserve a hottest seat in the hell, if there is anything like that. Now, listen, watch another one.
'Cause I'm talking to you this evening, people are being murdered in cold blood on the streets of Biafra State. Houses are being burnt down in Biafra State.
Watch another one.
At least 70 Nigerian soldiers were killed in an ambush by jihadist fighters in the rest of northeast of Borno State, military sources revealed on Tuesday. Insurgents fired rocket-propelled grenades at a lorry carrying troops as it traveled near Goji village in Borno State on Monday. Two anonymous military officers said the extremists specifically targeted a truck loaded with soldiers, and so far 70 bodies have been recovered. Some others were taken captive by the jihadists. The rescue operation is still underway. A spokesman for the Nigerian army said he was unable to comment on the attack.
Now, did you see? You see the dead bodies. That was Nigeria. Over 70 dead bodies of Nigerian soldiers were murdered. They were killed by the bandits or by the terrorists. You saw that picture there. That man was a Nigerian soldier. Because that video you saw was two different videos. Now let me show you their father.
This Tudunbiri incident is just a tip of an iceberg of what has been happening in the bush until when we change our tactics and allow people who know a program which will bring them out of their forest. We're trying with the premise of educating them, giving them health care, giving them peaceful life. This is how you entice people to avoid violence and militancy. But when you continue dropping bombs, in fact petrol bombs, destroying roggers, killing children and women, so they will find no sympathy and empathy on our own children. This is it. An eye for an eye. This is what is happening. So we have to change our tactics. We have to change our style. What we have been doing has not been productive, but what we think is if we can have a channel where we can have a dialogue with them and understand them and promise them what we can do. And I think that is a better way, just the way that so many people were released. I could remember the forestry students with negotiations, they freed a lot. The trained victims were freed. The Greenfield victims in the end were freed. Although some still demand money because you can have rascals and everything, but the thing is turning into something else. We are turning them into monsters, more monstrous as what they are. They are ignorant, they don't have direction, they don't have leadership, they don't have empathy now because of the way we treat them too. We don't care when we bomb them, we don't care about the children and women, we don't care about innocent. In fact, this Tudunbiri incident is just a tip of an iceberg of what has been happening in the bush until when we change our tactics and allow people who know.
Start by asking about your interest in helping the country get to the bottom of this.
Yes, first of all, what's happening now, especially we are seeing that these bandits are getting more and more vicious. Before they don't do what they do now, they are heading to softer targets, as the military man has said. We can only attribute that to the kinetic approach, which is overemphasized. When we hear even politicians talking about the non-kinetic, but nothing is done about to overcome these people. Let me give you an example. Now we are fighting bandits. They are anonymous. They are phantom. How can you fight somebody you don't even know? We said, let's go in, let's know them, let's map them out. Map them means know who they are, where they belong, and what are. All this intelligent information is virtually not there. How can you know somebody from satellites, from drones? And the harsh, high-handed approach to the matter is what is making it worse. Now they are kidnapping small children and they are threatening death, which they don't do before. So I think what you need to do is really go back to the drawing board and truly be non-kinetic.
Shigumi, it's not the first time that you'd be volunteering yourself to intervene in getting abducted persons, including students, back to their families. A lot of people would actually say, look, this whole idea of negotiating with them seems to be counterproductive, and that's why they're gaining more and more confidence and, go into the schools and abduct as many as 200 students. Now, you say, look, how do you deal with people that are unknown largely? How do you yourself, how do you gain access to these people to the extent that you're able to negotiate with them? And what gives you the confidence that when you step in, they will actually, let these abductees go?
When the victims of the train attack, a committee was set by the military then in the former government, and they were able to contact them. The same way, journalists have been able to contact them. They are not there difficult to contact, but what you don't know is they are foot soldiers. You need a program, just like you have for the Niger Delta. Everybody is a victim. We should know that we are fighting a very tiny group of people that have been neglected and they have been oppressed, and we are coming to put all our weight to fight them. So they felt threatened. The only way they can hurt us is through attacking soft targets. This is what we understand. So if we can understand their psychology and their complaints, we can go in. We know channels which the government knows also. They have done so many negotiating with them and see how we can address their grievances. And also, it has to be holistic, not only in Kaduna State, in Zamfara, Katsina State, or Niger State. We all gather them together, and they are ready to broker peace, as they said, and I think we should make that a try.
The president has said he will not pay any ransom, not a dime will go to bandits in the name of ransom. Does that complicate the idea of trying to look for ways to safely get these abductees back?
No, I think I support that the government should not pay anybody. But why I think the government should dialogue. Come, sit down. You are asking for this money. Why? Why can't you do this? Why? What do you want in the first place? Why are you fighting? When the government starts.
Now, you have heard from the grandfather of the terrorism that is going on in the Zoloco Republic. Now, looking at what he said, would you blame him for saying what he said? The answer is no. He is only trying to protect his own. Because take everything away from them. I mean, the Fulanis, they know how to protect themselves. They know how to cover each other's food. And they know how to put pressure on the right place. He said that they should negotiate with these people, with these terrorists. And what you ask yourself is, negotiate with them based on what? At least he made it very, very clear that nobody knows what they want, because they don't have a leader, they don't have anything, they are just doing whatever. So negotiate with them, call them, let us negotiate with them. You don't know what they want. But have you heard any elder from Biafra land who has said to the government of Nigeria, call IPOB? At least we know what they want. We know what we have made our aim and objectives known to them. We are not hidden. We are not people who say, well, we don't know what they want. You know what we want. But the truth is that you don't want to negotiate with us because you have seen us and you take us as a conquered people. we are slaves. Slave does not have the right to ask their masters for a better living, because they are the properties of their masters. So, in our own case, nobody cares. Nobody wants to negotiate with us. But they want to the Northerners are calling for negotiation with a non-terrorist organizations. They want to negotiate with people who does not make their whatever they were asking for known. So that is it. Secondly, he made you to understand, like I said, they know how to protect themselves. He made you to understand that those men are ignorant. They are ignorant. They are misguided youths. They do not know what they are doing. They do not understand. They are doing these things out of ignorance. That is what he's telling you. That is the picture that the Fulani elites is trying to paint, so that you don't see those guys as terrorists, but a misguided or ignorant people. So because they are ignorant, because they are misguided, all you need to do is to call them, my people, come, my children, come, let us talk. What do you want? You want Nigeria? Take it. One day, he said that we need to negotiate with them and give them what they want. Even if they want the oil in Bielsa, give it to them. As they have said before, that the oil in Bielsa belongs to the Bauchi people, belongs to the Niger people, belongs to the people in Sokoto. The oil in River State belongs to the people of Kaduna, belongs to the people of Kano. But the gold in Castina, the gold in Bauchi, in Niger, belongs to the north. He made you to understand that these people, what you see now, is like a tip of the iceberg. Meaning that what you are seeing now is small compared to what the bandits, this terrorist is going to do tomorrow. And that is fact anyway. He's got it right there. Because the more ransom they took, the more arms they got, the more sophisticated they become. So he is right. What you see today, what you see going on in the north or in the zoo today, is like a tip of the iceberg. That is what it is. Things is going to get things is going to deteriorate. Things is going to get so bad in the zoo. Not only in the north, all over the Zoological Republic. It's getting to that point. To that point where nobody could stand it. He said that because of the high-handedness that the government is using to fight the terrorists today, that is making them monsters, that they are trying to create monsters out of them. They are already monsters. But the government is trying to create more monsters out of them. So he suggests that there should be no military solution against these people. But in Delta State, military solution is required. In Bielsa, in Imo State, in Anambra State, do not go and kill them. How dare them? How dare them? Take the Air Force. Oh, they will. Our slave, Stooge, Hope Uzodinma, are you there?
we are sending 10 more fighter jets and 500 armor tanks and hundreds and thousands of chain guns. Give us a venue where we can assemble our people. And the idiot will say, as you pleases. And the next day, they are all over our land, killing everybody. But in the north, don't use military solution. You are going to make them angry. You are going to make them even more angry than they are already, because they are oppressed and neglected people. Then you ask this person, this Gumi, this terrorist negotiator, you ask him, they are being oppressed and neglected by who? By who, if I may ask? So, when someone is neglected and oppressed, he will resort to terrorism. Is that what he said? Everybody in the zoo is neglected and oppressed, being oppressed. But the solution to all these things, because in the first place, Britain stationed it to be so. Britain created Nigeria to be favorable to them and unfavorable to the citizens of Nigeria. So no matter who you are not going to get exactly what you are looking for. Remember that the Northerners have been ruling the zoo all these years. But they are the most backward, impoverished, the most uneducated bunch. And there is no way it is being shown in their fellow men or citizens, fellow Northerners, that indeed we are the rulers of this country. It is only them that are ruling, the ruling class, that are living a better life. The rest, millions of Northern citizens are living in abject poverty, below poverty level. Go there, you see diseases, sicknesses. But they have been ruling Nigeria. That is why I said we are of the opinion that for you to have a better life, a meaningful life, to experience and enjoy life, you have to dismantle this British concocted contraption called Nigeria. Until you do so, forget about your fears. You can do it. The Northerners have capacity and the capability to feed Africa. They have the land and fertile land for that matter, to be a place, a food basket of Africa. They could use it to run their economy and they still live a better life. The same thing applicable to the West. The Yorubas, they have all it takes to have a viable country. The same thing applies to us Biafrans. If we can do all these things when we are separated, why are we hell-bent on staying together? Instead of Biafrans to go, let us all die here. But we said no. We aren't going to die with you. Never. We will never continue to live in this shame, this shamble called Nigeria. We must get Biafra. We must restore Biafra. That is why I'm here. That is why you are here. And we must do it. I need you and you need me. The story that is going on in the zoo today is nothing to write home about. I just played a video to you. Two scenarios. The same thing happens in different places.
One was dealt with a military might, all military mights. If you go to Biafra today, if you see the picture that is coming out from Biafra, you know, why we don't post these things on Facebook is because Facebook is a useless app. It's a stupid place. Immediately you show those things, they will block, they will take down the video. So for us not to incur their wrath, we try not to do those things. But go to social media, you will see it. The picture that is coming from Biafra, people, young men and women are being murdered on the street, not by Boko Haram, not by Fulani herdsmen, not by ISWAP, not by ISIS, not by all these terrorists, non-terrorist organizations, but by Nigeria military terrorists. Which country derive joy in killing their own? In a sane countries, a death of a citizen like this matters. It brings anger. It's tear. In fact, it causes problem in the country. But in the zoo, as they are busy killing people in Biafra, killing people in Delta State, some people are in the north celebrating it. Some are in the west saying yes, they deserve it. Some are even in the south, so-called south, and so-called and southeast, celebrating the death of their people. That is the situation we have found ourselves in the Zoological Republic. When it happens in the north, the northern elites will tell you, call them, talk to them. Do not be harsh on them. Do not go after them with military jets and bombs. It is going to make them more angry. It is going to make them more radicals. It's going to make them monsters. Just call them, ask them, what do you want? Let us work together. Let us move ahead. We know you are oppressed. We know you are being neglected. How can we, this is what the northern elites are suggesting for government of the day to do. But when it comes to the east, our own elite, we call them, come, kill them, or they are criminals. Kill all of them. They are IPOB, they are BIAFRANS. Kill all of them, destroy them. Show them that you have everything it takes. Suppress them. Don't allow them to rise. I don't know how long they will keep doing it. You keep killing us. We keep asking for what is ours. How long do you think you will continue killing us until you stop? The problem, the development in Biafran land today is not encouraging at all. Biafra land is bleeding. Our ancestors are not happy. The gods of the land is not happy. Things has gone so bad in our land. But the only reason, go and listen to me if you have not heard me before. The reason why it is like this is because we are not united. We are not united fighting for one common goal, restoration of Biafra. Some people still think that Igbo man is his problem. Some people still think that they will not unite with their brothers as in Igbo. Some people still hate Igbo with everything in them. Some people still prefer their slave masters than their freedom, those who are calling them to come over to freedom. But whichever way it is, we shall continue to fight for this. And we know that the gods of our land and our ancestors will look down on us and say to our children, it is time you get what you want. But until then, the struggle continues. I thank you, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, that you that have stayed in here throughout this program to listen to us here tonight. I say to you, you are loved, you are appreciated. May Chukwu come and bless you. And let me remind you again for the final time, if you have not shared this program, share it now. Share this program right away. And also, please, like this program. It is not, the like we are getting is not encouraging. Does it mean that you don't like what we are saying? Does it mean that you don't like what we are saying? Like the program. Share the program. Comment if it's necessary. And remember that tomorrow is a day that our leader is going to be appearing in court. Like I already said, pray for his release tomorrow. That is the only thing that will bring sanity back to us. That is the only thing that will bring joy back to us. That is the only thing that will bring fulfillment back to us. Because our leader being here is more important to us than what we are fighting against each other today. Remember that Biafra is the goal. Whatever you do, do not take your eyes off the goal, off the ball. Always fix your eyes on Biafra, knowing fully well that Biafra is the reason why our people are being disgraced today, being killed, being maimed, and being murdered. I say to you, fellow Biafrans, good evening, good night. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night to some of you. Until I come your way again, bye-bye.
Speak.